I was in the fire academy and we had a guest instructor for the day. And he kept asking the kind of questions that make you feel like you're in remedial class, like everybody should know that answer, and you're thinking to yourself, why are you even asking that? I mean, everybody, we're already past that and move on to the next thing. And he kept asking these kinds of questions that were like gotcha questions. Unfortunately, I'm the kind of guy that I get bored with that kind of stuff, and I also am the kind of guy that I sometimes learn better when I'm listening and I'm not watching you. And so the result of the two of those things together means that it looked to him like I was sleeping in class because I was listening with my eyes closed. Well, our regular instructor knew that was kind of my thing, that I take notes and then I listen, and then I take notes and then I listen. And the new instructor, or the substitute instructor, got a little upset with that, and so he called on me for something, and he asked a question that he wasn't ready for the answer for. I'm J Loren Norris with Leading Leaders Podcast. Sometimes the instructor has to become the student. Sometimes the student doesn't know that they are a student. And sometimes, like the ancient wisdom says, the teacher doesn't come until the student is ready. Oh, wait, that's not what it says, is it? It says, when the student is ready, the teacher will come. Well, how do they even know when the student is ready? How do they figure out when the right time is to come into your life and tell you something new? The truth of the matter is, the learning is almost always out there. The access to the knowledge and the wisdom that you need in your life to go to the next level, it's right at your fingertips from every direction. There may be people who speak into your life that are half your age. Maybe people who speak into your life that are twice your age. There may be people that you meet in the parking lot outside the grocery store, or in the line at the convenience store, or sitting next to you at Starbucks or Chick-fil-A. You never know. Especially if you have the kind of hard head and hard heart that makes it hard to learn. See, it's not a learning disability, it's a learning inability based on unwillingness. It's not that you can't learn, it's that you won't learn. And it's not that you're not enabled to learn, it's that you refuse to learn. You follow what I'm saying? It's not an inability based on a learning disability, it's an inability based on a willingness. I know some of those phrases like, I ain't trying to hear all that. I know you've heard that. Maybe you've even said that. Or, why are you trying to tell me? I'm not listening to you. Who do you think you are? Or, who died and left you, boss? See, we all have these moments in life that we refuse to allow ourselves to be put under the learning of somebody else. We don't want to be put down. We don't want somebody else to be lifted up. We don't want somebody else to have an answer that we thought we had. See, that's what happened with my instructor. He asked a question about why does a particular firefighting agent work? And his gotcha answer was, I just told you, nobody knows how it works. We just know that it does. And he explained the fire triangle again, and he explained the fire tetrahedron again. And when he called on me because he thought I was sleeping in class, I answered and said, actually, it works because it's a chemical bonding agent. And when it bonds itself to the other chemicals in the process of the fire, it changes their flammability point. The chemical mixture at the ratio of molecule to oxygen to fuel isn't the same anymore, and the result is it's not a burnable compound anymore. It doesn't remove the heat or the fuel or the oxygen. It simply changes the dynamics of its own properties. And he went off the deep end. He was not happy about the whole thing. But then there was somebody else in the room who was a master in chemistry who said, actually, I've never really looked at it from that point of view, but that may be the best answer I've ever heard. This started a big squabble in the classroom, and for the moment, the guy who seemed to be sleeping in class became the guy that everybody's looking at going, how could you possibly know the answer to that? See, I think there are probably times in your life as well when you know something deep down inside, but you kind of hold it deep down inside because you're afraid it's not my turn to speak, or people are going to think badly of me if I do speak up, or who am I to say? And so you say nothing. Let me ask you this. Is there a chance that you're the teacher that the student's been waiting for? That maybe the student is now ready and you're hiding what you have? Or maybe this is an even greater opportunity for you to learn that the minute you speak up about what's been deep down inside, what comes out of you creates a catalyst in others that allows even more learning to be possible. See, all of these things are true in our lives. You know they are. You've lived through these moments where you bring up an idea and other people around you add to it and it becomes something spectacular. You've also lived through those moments when you didn't really want to hear that from them. You didn't want that right idea to be their success. You didn't want that right idea to achieve a goal and someone else get the credit. My challenge to you as leaders is to be the kind of leader who's ever listening, always willing to learn, always willing to submit yourself for a moment to hear from someone that you may consider not so credible, so that you can learn, because good leaders never stop learning, and they always look for an opportunity to teach. When the student is ready, the teacher will come. The teacher's not waiting, except on the student. I'm J Loren Norris with Leading Leaders Podcast for Tell It Like It Is TV. Have a blessed day.